Hello everyone, this is Jean. I am here in Gridania about to take on the level 70 dance request. Let's talk to Rana and see what's going on. Save the last dance for me. Rana Mhigo has a letter in hand and is excitedly waving it in your direction. And this will give you technical step. Great news, Bryce. A post Mhigo just dropped off this letter from Mistress Nashmira. She says the stage has been all set for our performance in Alamigo. Why, she's even scouted out what she claims is an ideal venue to host our exhibition, a village called Ghana that sits in the Giribonia Highlands. Doubtless in part due to its location near the border, there are considerable fears amongst the villagers that the Garleans will return and retake their home with a vengeance. In other words, it's precisely the sort of place where the Totentons is likely to strike. At any rate, Mistress Nashmira assures me that she and her secretive acquaintance have made all the necessary preparations. The Alamigan resistance, she says, has seen fit to ensure that Alagana's most prominent residents will be in attendance. If we can perform as we did in Ishgard and swiftly dispel the darkness from their hearts, surely they will be able to influence their fellow villagers and stave off the onset of the Totentons. And what did she say at the very end of her letter? Ah, yes, Rana, Bryce, the success of our tour and the very future of Troupe Falsium itself rides on you. I am counting on you to rise to the occasion. Are you as excited as I am? Let's make this a show for the ages. And with that, let us set out for Alagana. We mustn't keep Mistress Nashmira waiting. Alright, Alagana. I'm a gun to Alagana. That didn't quite work, but you know what I'm getting at. Alright, here we go. Okay, they're nearby. Oh, over here. Ah, there you are, Bryce. Have you by chance seen Mistress Nashmira? I can't find her anywhere, but I'm sure she'll be along soon. I know she wouldn't miss our performance for the world. And look at what I've found. I've scoured the troops' wardrobes to find outfits befitting our grand finale. One thing's for certain, we'll be dressed to impress. And remember, mum's the word about the Totentons, alright? We want our audience to enjoy the performance without worrying themselves with the terrible truth behind it all. Well then, whenever you're ready to take the stage, you know where to find me. Alright, let's get to it. Or as they say, let us be about it. This is it, Bryce. Ready to raise the curtain on our final act? Duty calls. Commence battle for Save the Last Dance for me. Level sync is in effect. If you are above the maximum allowed level, it will be synced as follows. Level 70, item level 395. Once again, if there's animated words, I will not be reading them because they scroll much too fast for me to read. So close and yet so far. For all who cannot make the voyage to our home, so we bring our art to yours. Hailing from Radzad Han across the sea, I present the incomparable, transcendent Troupe Falsium. Today, we perform for you the ancient dance of our ancestors, a spectacle to stir the heart, enrich the mind, and chase away the shadows of doubt that plague your soul. Feast your eyes upon the Kriegstanz. And there she is. This one's a much bigger etheric semblance. Right on cue. All right, Bryce, let's take out that nasty thing before our audience realizes it's not just for show. Just look at those enraptured faces. The excitement in the air is almost palpable. They know they're about to get a good show, the likes of which they've never seen. The Alamegans are counting on us, Bryce, and in more ways than they themselves will ever know. We must dance and not stop dancing until every last shadow has been purged from their hearts. This is the performance we were born to give. Oh, that's a good one. does have some power in her. Ta-da! That was pretty fun. Mistress Nashmira, oh, I knew you wouldn't miss our grand finale. And you're dancing! Why, you were just every bit as enchanting as I remember from all those years ago. Sharing the stage with you was truly a dream come true. I simply had to make amends for my embarrassing display in Gridania, did I not? My wounds had all but healed entirely, so I redoubled my training efforts after arriving here in Mhigo. I dare say I feel as spry as I have in years. And yet, there can be no doubt, you and Bryce were the true stars today. To think that you have come so far in such a short span of time. Mayhap I should have just admired your performance from the wings instead of stepping in. Mira, I seem to recall you telling me just the other day that the girl was still not ready for the spotlights. Muhammad! You know me, Lahaman. I am strict with my students because I expect only the best from them, and these two have done me proud today. Fancy meeting you here, Bryce. I must admit, it gave me quite a start when my Mira here told me that you, of all people, had joined her merry little trope. Mira and I go far, far back, you know. After those horrific events unfolded in Unda, I hid away in Thavner for some time. It was then that we first made each other's acquaintance. Song and dance go together rather well, needless to say, and our friendship rapidly blossomed. When she turned to me for assistance in planning Troupe Faustium's tour of Eorzea, I was more than happy to do my part. It does not surprise me that an accomplished adventurer would have many friends across the realm, but never would I have suspected you and my dear Laham were so close. Truly, fate must have brought us together for a reason. I feel the same. Your presence alone has motivated me to grow in ways I never would have thought possible. You have given me the courage, strength, and determination to be more than what I was. I thought I recognized that face from somewhere. Oh, I remember him. From Liberator to Mhigo to traveling performer, eh? Not a path I'd predicted, but I'm hardly surprised to see you emerge triumphant in whatever you do. Aye, that was truly a performance for the ages. Here in Ghana, we don't get much exposure to foreign cultures. Rather stimulating that was, especially the grand finale where you chased off those bloody shadow beasts. Got the blood pumping, I'd say. I only wish there was more we could do to show our appreciation. Think nothing of it, my good sir. Just knowing that we brought a measure of joy to Mhigo in its time of need is reward enough for us. Too kind you are, miss. The road ahead of us is a long one, but thanks to you, we can stride down it with a spring in our step. Know that our village is always open to you, should you ever be willing to grace us with another performance. Farewell, friends. For a second I thought he'd realized the true nature of those shadows, but no, the threat of the Totentons is gone for now, and it seems no one's the wiser. That is heartening indeed, and with that we should prepare for our departure. The Alamekans were kind enough to invite us in these trying times. We mustn't linger so long that our presence becomes a burden. I too should be on my way. It was a pleasure and honor both to see you on the stage again, Mira, and you as well, Bryce. To our paths cross again. Go in safety. Right, this person's chocobo. Well, that's the last of it. Our props are packed up and we're ready to take to the road. I must say, it's a touch bittersweet knowing that this was our last performance, but I suppose even the best of things must come to an end. Mr. Schnashmira will go on to Limsa Lamensa to secure his passage back to Radat Han. You'll stop by to see us off, yes? We'd like to pay you proper thanks before taking our leave of this land. Bryce, I'm so touched. You really did come to see us off. Thank you ever so much for all you've done. It was an honor to tour Eorzea with you and bring strength and succor to its people. You have my gratitude as well, Bryce. The people whose hearts you have touched will, in turn, inspire others. Yes, before long, the Dance of the Damned will be but a memory. And yet, until that time, we cannot let down our guard. I propose that we extend our tour of Eorzea in the event that there are yet people in this realm who still require our aid. Do you truly mean this, Mr. Sneshmere? Bryce and I can keep dancing together? In good time, Rana, yes, but Bryce is an adventurer and one whose services are justifiably in high demand. It would not be very considerate of us to monopolize his services for our ends. And so we bid you farewell for now. Rana and I will remain in Limsa and consult with Master Gegaruju about potentially extending our tour to new locations. Pray come back and visit us on occasion, yes? Rana gets awfully lonely without company. Hey, that's not... Well, I suppose it is true. Keep dancing, Bryce, and let us eagerly await the day that we can take the stage together anew. And that is it. In order to undertake the next dancer quest, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have completed the main scenario quest Shadowbringers, which is 5.0. Once you have done so, the next dancer quest will be available from Nashmira. Actually, in addition to that, there's like one other requirement. You also have to complete one of the role quests as well, which I'm not sure which one of my classes I'll do that for just yet, because there's one for each of the disciplines of the battle classes, pardon me. There's one for tank, healer, magic, and physical. So I have not started 5.0 yet. I will soon, but I have to continue leveling. As you can see, I'm only at level 70, as are my other classes right now. I just haven't had... Oh, whoops, wrong ones. I just haven't had a chance to focus on any of the story just yet, because, well, you know, adulting. But I'm not doing all of these classes. As you can see, these are the ones I'm primarily going to focus on right here. Just these. So, ignore all this. But anyways, until then, I hope the rest of you are enjoying Shadowbringers. If you finished it, congratulations. And for the rest of us who are still going, keep pushing. But until next time, take care. See ya.